Hey guys, it's me, my face, and not a beverage to be found. Today's happy dance brought to us by no beverage whatsoever. I ran out of coffee. I forgot to get something when I was downstairs. I am not going back downstairs. We're going to do this one dry. I'm already parched. If you're new here, my name is Andrea, and this is a channel about cross stitch and maybe at some point English paper piecing if I ever go back to it. It's also about alcohol and cats and mental health and my opinions, and if I haven't mentioned it already, my opinions. You're welcome to disagree. If you are a returning visitor, you already know all this. Welcome back. I have a list of things to chat about this week, but a lot of them are not stitchy, so I will throw those to the end. Let's jump right into the stitching. The first thing I'm going to show is actually the last thing that I worked on. I worked on this last night, I think for probably 6 hours, maybe more. Guys, I got so much done. Look at it! Oh my goodness. This is the ROLADEX Mourning Sampler. This is by Bendy Stitchy Designs. And look at how much I did. I finished this whole little bottom, I'm going to say it's a fence. And I got this side of the border done. I got all the words finished. I kicked much butt. Much butt. I have not tired of I almost passed out last night before I was really done stitching on this. It's just my hands couldn't hold the needle anymore. That's how long I stitched on this. I have a little bit of anxiety when it comes to the border, only because Michelle was kind enough. That's Michelle, the designer. I've spoken to her in email. She was gracious enough to send me a skein of moss to use for the border. And I'm afraid that I may be a little heavy-handed with my thread. And I'm hoping I don't run out because dye lots are important when it comes to, I think this is Gentle Arts. I could be lying. I'll put it over there. But either way, so I'm having a little bit of anxiety there, but I think it'll be fine. I think what I'm going to do is do this side with what I have now. And then if for some reason I run out, a different dye lot across the top, I might be able to blend a little more seamlessly. Because I mean, they may not be hugely off, but you know how hand-dyed threads are just no two are the same. So we will see how that works out. Fingers crossed. The next thing that I worked on, you haven't seen in a long time. This is Hare. This is my Heaven and Earth designs. And I filled in a lot more of the purple over here. The tough thing about showing HAEDs, especially if you're not doing like, you know, those 100 by 100 or 10 by 10 blocks or things like that, is that the progress doesn't look like much if you look at it too often. Showing you the before and holding this up, you don't really see much of a difference other than maybe this is a little denser on this side. But hopefully I can start making this part of my more usual rotation. I don't know why I don't pull it out more often, because, you know, it's not a HAED that takes up a room. It's not ginormous. It's, I'm using Pattern Keeper, so it's easy to work on. It really is. You know, there's no reason not to sit downstairs and work on this. I always feel like I need to put it on my stand and have my lights right and the whole thing. This is really right now no different than any other project I'm working on. I should be working on it more. The next thing I worked on is Death by Cross Stitch. This is by Long Dog Samplers. And I finished finished. There may be some back stitching in here, but I didn't look. But I finished this whole, I filled in a bird, I did the basket, I outlined it. So I got a fair amount done. Every little bit counts on something like this, and I am anxious to be able to scroll some of this away and start something new. I've been avoiding, I keep forgetting about it, I've been avoiding the strip down here because it's kind of dense, and I have plans to make some of it in the black and some of it in the purple accent, but I haven't quite mapped out which parts are which parts, so I keep avoiding it, but I can't really avoid it anymore. Maybe that should be my goal for this week, is to at very least do the black part of whatever it is I'm going to do down here and get that done. And then I just need to fill in the purple. We'll see how that whole goal thing works out. The last thing I worked on is a new start. This is Double Double from Prairie Schooler, and as I have with the rest of the Prairie Schoolers, this is on like a 30-ish count mystery even weave that I coffee tea dyed. Is that a hell of a start? Look at that. Look at why is this one so easy for me? Why? Look at that. 1/1, it looks like ink. I love it. I love it. What am I going to do when I'm done with these 5? I'm going to have to start a different one. I do have a larger. I have one like, I think it's October. And I don't know why I haven't done it yet. I just haven't. But it is a lot bigger than these, so I don't know what I will do with that. But I am well on my way with finishing up the 5th of these similarly sized. I don't know if they have a name in this series. It was Double Double, Knock Knock, Who's There, Night Flight, and Misfortune. And then we get to figure out what to do with them all. Yeah, they're going to go in a journal. I know they are. I just have to, you know what, guys? My head. Come on. There's actually a question I wanted to ask everyone. I know that I think it was last year I did a parade of shame, which were all my finished pieces that I have never FFO'd. Most of them are still in the pile of shame, but if anybody wants me to do a little parade of those, let me know down below and I will see if maybe we can do that for the next video. Okay, I'm a little out of breath. I had to pause to go get something. I did have a little bit of haul this week and I got some happy mail. So, oh please. I am not getting any younger. All right, let's give this a try. I received my Floss Frenzy from Fat Quarter Shop. This is, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skeins of Weeks Dye Works. It comes monthly. I'll put the price up here because I don't remember what it is. But I'm enjoying this because it comes in groups of colors rather than my nest egg that comes from 3 Owl Threads that comes in alphabetical order. So I'm kind of building both collections, but in a different way. So I really like that. And we will just blow through the colors. This is Blue Jeans, Dutch Iris, Periwinkle, Shepherd's Blue, Jaybird, which I like a lot, and Sky, which has a lot of nice variegation in it. I don't know. We do this all the time. I know, you really can't. You're just going to have to trust me. It's wicked pretty. Also, because I am getting too old for this, I bought a Twizzler. And if you don't know what this is, I got it on Amazon. I would not doubt that they're probably available in other places. And I would not doubt that there's probably something organic that you could use to do this. But I have found myself preferring scroll rods recently but my hands, I don't have the grip or the strength to handle the wing nuts very easily. So this actually sits over the wing nut and gives you something to twist so that you don't hurt your hands. And it's a miracle. Because I tightened up all my scroll rods last night. It was like a mad woman. It was like when you get like a new drill or a new screwdriver and you run around the house thinking, what else can I tighten? That was me last night. So I did that. I've also decided I'm going to take a ride to Lowe's and buy some dowels. Because my new obsession with scroll rods means I never seem to have the right size. Whatever size I want, it's either too big or too small or something like that. I don't have right now ones wide enough to handle if I wanted to start Seedy Pumpkin Cottage or something like that. So I want to go to Lowe's and see if I can get 2 dowels cut 30 inches a piece. And hopefully that can give me enough width to handle like a 26-inch wide piece of fabric. And then I can adjust it, down if I need to. But yeah, scroll rods are expensive. And the ones that I got from Amazon were nasty and I don't really like them, but this is what I have now. And since the spacers are fine, I might as well just embrace them and use them and get dowels that fit in them. We'll see if that ever actually happens, but it's a plan. This past week, I received an awesome piece of happy mail. On Instagram, this lovely lady is named bumble.kim. I will put her information up here. I didn't look to see if you have a floss tube or anything, Kim. I will do that, and if I find it, I will definitely shout that out as well. But look at what I received. Is this not a thing? Look at this. Look how wonderful. Look how chubby he is. That is my Soxy. That is my little guy that we lost. Oh my goodness, I don't even remember when it was now. It was like a million years ago and yesterday at the same time. But look how wonderful that is. That makes me think of him. That's my boy's silhouette. He was a chunky boy. And there is Bass taking care of him. And he is a happy boy. But I thought this was wonderful. And Kim keeps suggesting that we paint it. I don't even know that I want to. I kind of like the mottled blue kind of marble feel to it. It's some kind of plaster. I love it. It sits, I'll put a picture up. It sits right now next to our other Bast statue because I don't really have, we have Sox's remains in a part of our curio cabinet that also happens to contain my in-laws' remains. So I didn't want to just try to wedge this in there with him kind of thing. I want to maybe find a good place for Sox and his statue to live together. But I could not be more thankful for this gift. It really is, it's touching and it's appropriate and it is just perfect. It's what I needed. Not just for Soxy, but for me. I'm so thankful for this community. I just can't say that enough. I'm so thankful. So thank you. So I think this is going to be the last little bit of Stitchy kind of related stuff. We're going to do a giveaway because I haven't done a giveaway in a while. And I had a finish before Christmas and forgot that, maybe you would like the pattern. Because when I can, I pass the stash. This is Lori Holt, Bringing Home the Tree. It is a like a heavy duty paper version. It's let me take it out here. Obviously it's been in and out of the sleeve, but it is, like a file folder. It's a nice pattern. And if it were paper, I think I would fold it in 3 and mail it to you. but where it is so stiff, I think I want to keep it nice, and we'll put it in a larger envelope. That may mean that it takes me a little longer to get this into the mail because I will have to go to the post office, and that requires leaving the house. So as you may or may not know, I run my contests a little differently than some other people. I'm not going to ask you to make any particular comments. What I need you to do is down in the description box, there is a link to a Google form. You go and you fill out the form. It's going to ask, the only thing that's really, I think, required on there is your name and your email address. It will ask you for a mailing address, and you're welcome to give it to me then. You don't have to. You're not under any obligation. It just makes it easier. If I pull your name, I have your address and I send it on its way. Otherwise, we just have to go through email to get your mailing address. But that is totally up to you. All I really ask is that you be 18 so that, your parents don't freak out that I'm sending you things. I honestly do not think there are any 16-year-olds who are interested in this pattern. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. What I will do is on probably about Saturday the 11th, or just, at the end of the day that day, I will run the random number generator, and it will pick a random number because that's what it does. And I will just match that up to the number that Google assigns your entry. And that's it. It's pretty simple. So please make sure you do that if you are interested in the pattern. I know a lot of people on YouTube do best new thing today, best thing this week, best thing in the month. I'm going to tell you what's making my 2021. I'm a great aunt. I know, way too young for such things, but I'm scandalous. My sister's son and his girlfriend welcomed Bradley Edward into the world on February the 4th. He is perfect in every way. He is unbelievably adored. His parents are insanely in love with him. It's adorable. And I can't wait until this plague is over so that I can go and meet him in person and not just through pictures, because me and Brad, we got to get to know each other. So question, because we looked this up on the internet and got fuzzy answers. This is the child of my nephew. Some people say that makes you a grand aunt. Some people say that makes you a great aunt. Grand aunt sounds more likely because my sister became a grandmother. I would become a grand aunt. But then there are other people who say it's great aunt no matter how far back it is and that sort of thing. What do you think? What do you think? I'm just going to be Andrea. That's it. I don't get a title because I don't want one. If I'm going to have a title, it's going to be something closer to goddess. I also want to thank everybody who has continually been sending comments and messages about my father. He is doing much, much better. We had a very busy week with him. He had 4 different doctor's appointments. He had physical therapists coming in, visiting nurses coming in. He's got a new housekeeper coming in. Anything that we can get, Medicare or the elder services, whatever they've got, we're taking it. There's no reason to hold back. So it was a big week of getting him settled with all of that. But he is back to, he's making his own meals. He's, moving about the house a lot better. I think he's doing better now because he has kind of accepted the idea that he can be just as mobile in his house as he was before he got sick if he just uses the walker. If he just has that little bit of support, something to lean on, he has no problem making his way around the kitchen, back and forth to the fridge, no issues. He gets in and out of bed. He makes his bed, the whole thing. He just kind of had to admit that He can do the things he wants to do if he uses the walker. If he doesn't use the walker, he's going to get tired out, and he's not going to be able to do all the things that he's used to doing. So I think maybe we made a little bit of breakthrough with him there, but we'll see how long it lasts, because he's also the type that says, but I was feeling great, so I put the walker in the back room and forgot it existed. It's not how that works. I think that is my list of things to talk about. I'm ready for a cup of coffee now. I'm going to get this edited and posted. We're going to be watching the Super Bowl tonight. I guess I have to root for Tom Brady. I mean, I don't have to, but naturally I need to watch, not just for the great commercials, but because I have to send out the t-shirt emails at the end of the day when we have a winner. So somebody please remind me to do that and to not drink more than I should. This could get weird. Lord knows what I'll send out. Anyway, other than some stitching, that's it for me today. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes and even your dislikes. And thank you so much for your comments. I read every single one of them, and they mean the world to me. As do you. Be safe, guys. Bye.